Hi, Tom here. Welcome to today's video. This week feels different. Not because something huge suddenly happens, but because you can feel the movement starting again. Like something that has been paused for a while is finally beginning to go forward. Gemini, this is the beginning of that shift. Over the last few cycles, you may have felt mentally stuck, thinking about the same things, going over the same ideas, trying to decide what to do next, but nothing fully clicking. You may have felt like you were waiting for clarity, and it just wasn't coming. That phase is ending. This week, things start making sense again. From a Vedic perspective, this is mental momentum energy. When Gemini goes through a period of confusion, it usually means your path is being adjusted. Your direction changes. Your priorities change. Your mindset changes. And once that happens, life starts moving again. That's where you are right now. You may notice small signs first. A conversation that opens a door. A message you weren't expecting. An idea that suddenly feels right. Something that used to feel complicated becomes simple. That's the shift. It starts in the mind, and then it moves into real life. Gemini, your strength has always been flexibility. You can adapt. You can change. You can see different possibilities faster than most people. But sometimes that makes it harder to decide, because every path looks interesting. This week helps you lock in. And once your mind locks in, momentum follows. There may be a situation this week that suddenly starts moving. Something you were waiting on. Something you thought wasn't going anywhere. Something you almost gave up on. Pay attention to that. That's the signal the cycle changed. Gemini always feels the shift when communication starts flowing again. So here's the deeper truth for this week. The shift began when you made a decision recently. Maybe you stopped overthinking. Maybe you chose a direction. Or maybe you let go of an idea that wasn't right. Even if it didn't feel big at the time, that moment cleared the path. And now life starts responding. You may also notice your curiosity coming back. Wanting to try things again. Wanting to talk again. Wanting to move yet again. That's a good sign. When Gemini feels interested again, the energy is moving. There may be opportunities appearing through conversations this week. Someone reaching out. Someone mentioning something that leads somewhere. Someone bringing you an idea you weren't expecting. Don't ignore these moments. The shift often comes through people. But here's the key for this week. Don't go back to overthinking now that things are opening. Gemini energy moves best when you trust the direction. You don't need to figure out everything at once. Just take the next step and let momentum build. Because what's really happening is this. You clear the confusion. You made the choice. You changed your mindset. And now, life starts moving again. Now, let's talk alignment. One intentional practice for you this week. Say yes to one thing that feels interesting. Not everything, just one. That tells life you're ready for the next chapter. And the energy will follow. Gemini. This week isn't about waiting anymore. It's about movement. You felt stuck. You felt unsure. You made the shift. And now, things start going forward again. Stay open. The cycle is changing. The shift has begun. Before you go, there's something important you should know. These horoscopes are based on Vedic astrology, also known as sidereal astrology. That means we're using the actual positions of the stars in the sky, not the tropical system used in most Western astrology. Because of that, your sun signs here may be different than what you're used to. And that's okay. In Vedic astrology, we don't start with the sun sign. We start with the moon sign, because the moon represents your mind, emotions, and how life is experienced day to day. First, always watch this for your Vedic moon sign. That's where this horoscope will feel the most accurate and personal. Next, I recommend watching for your rising sign, also called your ascendant or lagna. Your rising sign shows how these energies show up in your physical life, your body, your environment, and the situations unfolding around you. Then, you can also watch for your sun sign, which adds insight into your identity, confidence, and sense of purpose during this time. And if love, relationships, creativity, or money are major themes for you right now, I also recommend checking your Venus sign, called Shukra in Vedic astrology, for an extra layer of clarity. For weeks where things feel intense, faded, or life-shifting, it can also be helpful to look at your lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu. These show where growth is pulling you forward and where old patterns are asking to be released. To find your correct placements, make sure you're using a Vedic or sidereal natal chart, not a tropical one. Once you know your moon, rising, sun, and Venus signs, and optionally Rahu and Ketu, you'll get a much deeper and more complete understanding of what's unfolding. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It truly helps support this channel and allows these messages to reach the people who actually need them. And if you're enjoying these weekly Vedic horoscopes, consider subscribing. so you don't miss future messages for your signs. You are not one sign. You are a system of energies, learning how to work together. Take care and be calm.